What's up, everybody? Back with a video of a new toy. This is the Apple Mac Pro late 2013. This Mac Pro has an Intel Xeon E5 processor with 6 cores running at 3.5 gigahertz. Has a dual D500 FirePro 3 gigabyte video card. And there's 2 of them, and they're running DDR5 RAM. What else does it have? It has a total of 32 gigs of memory, 1866 megahertz, so 4 RAM sticks being used, so it's 4 times 8 gigs, and it has a 500 gig SSD. So that's the guy. In the back, let's see what we got. We got the power button, HDMI port, 2 gigabit Ethernet port. I believe this is a SMC Ethernet port, and a couple of Thunderbolt 2 ports, and USB 3.0, headphone jack, mic jack. So that's about it. I don't even know if that's the back, the front, whatever. I mean, it's a cylinder. So over here we have the lock and unlock. So we're gonna unlock it. I'm gonna try to open this guy with one hand, and I'm gonna pop it open. There you go. I'm gonna try to spin this around, show you guys a tour. So what we have when we spin it, so there's the ports, and when we spin it, there's the RAM. That's 2 RAM sticks, each 8 gigs, so that's 16 gigs total right there. Spin it again. This is one of the D500 video card, and this guy actually is the SSD itself, the 500 gig SSD. I'm going to spin it. This is the other D500 video card, and spin it again. This is the other 16 gig RAM, so total of 32. This is 2 times 8 gig RAM. I didn't really open it any further. I just got it, and iFixit has a really nice video of them tearing it down, so just wanted to give you guys a quick look. Couple cool things with this. The bottom has holes, see, and then this top part is the fan, and what it does is it sucks the air from the bottom, and then it brings up the air through the machine, and then it blows it out here on top. So let's put this guy back. It wouldn't be a good idea to put things on this area, because that's where the air blows out. I've had it on a few times. It's very quiet, and the cylinder itself does get pretty warm, but not too warm, not too hot, not too warm. So I will show you some benchmarks that I did, so stay tuned.
What's up, everyone? So I'm in the Mac Pro right now, and I'm recording using Camtasia. So I just want to show you what I've been playing around with and how smooth it is running different things. There's been a bunch of benchmarks already on YouTube and on the internet, so I'm not going to redo all those. I'm just going to pretty much show you what I normally do and how great it runs. Well, the first thing I'm going to show you is the hard drive benchmark. I use Blackmagic Design. I got it from the App Store, and is pretty much on a 5 gig file. The write test is 981 megabytes per second, and read is 929 0.7 megabytes per second. So both read and write is above 900 megabytes per second, so it's pretty fast. Keep in mind that the SSD is running off of the PCI Express. So I did a couple of handbrake. Well, I only did one, and let me open up my notes here. So when running handbrake, power consumption got up to about 153 watts. Idle is about 55 watts. If I just have this guy on, the power consumption is roughly about 55 to 60 watts. But with handbrake on, it went up to about 153 watts. It's not pretty bad considering I have a 3930K hexacore, and that guy can get up to over 200 when I'm running handbrake. So I took the movie Thor, the second Thor movie, and I used handbrake, and I used the preset normal, and it took 22 minutes and 5 seconds with an average FPS of 129.89. I normally have an HDMI switch at home because I have several different devices connected to one HDMI monitor. Like I have an old PS3 and actually two computers. So I just wanted to switch between them so that I could just use one monitor and I have to crowd my desk. But you can't use an HDMI switch on the Mac Pro. You have to connect it directly to a monitor or a TV or whatever. Unless it might be because my HDMI switch is not powered. Maybe that's another reason, but because my HDMI switch is not powered, so I had to plug it in directly to my monitor. But yeah, it won't work. What happens is my screen will just flicker and it looks like it's about to connect, but then it fails. And then a couple of seconds later, it tries to connect again and it fails. So I'm guessing it's because my HDMI switch doesn't have a power source and it can't carry it. So just, if you have an HDMI switch, don't use it unless it's powered, or you'll run into some weird issues. So let's see what else. I'm going to be firing up a couple of virtual machines using Virtualbox and probably run a handbrake, and I don't know. We'll just see. So right now I have 3 virtual machines running off VirtualBox. I have a Ubuntu 14.04 LTS. My settings, let's see, I got 2 gigs of RAM, and like 1 processor, I think, or something. And I have a Windows 2008 server. I believe this is a R2 64-bit. This one I have with 2 processors. Where can I show it? Probably system, yeah. So 4 gigs of RAM and 2 processors. And I have a Windows 7 Pro 64-bit. And this guy, I have 4 gigs of RAM also and 2 processors. Now keep in mind, in a virtual environment, just because you tell it to use 2 processors doesn't mean it's going to use 2 processors. It's up to 2 processors. So if it's just idling, it's not going to use all of your resources. So I'm going to go ahead and start firing it up, and I have this guy right here to show you the CPU activity. Keep in mind this is a hexacore, so it's 6 cores. That's why you see 12 threads or 12 bars, because it's running hyper-threading. So 6 cores with a total of 12 threads right here. So let's go ahead and fire it up. I'm going to fire up Ubuntu first. And right now my kilowatt jumped to, I'll wait for it to get to the login screen. Roughly 90 watts. It's jumping around still. Actually, now it's around 60. So I'm going to leave it at the login screen. Then I'm going to fire up Windows 2008 Server. These VMs are all located in the hard drive, the SSD drive. I didn't put them in an external drive or in a different drive. It's all in the SSD that came with the Mac Pro. Okay, then I'm gonna have Windows 7 fire up. By the way, that Windows 2008 pushed me to about 90 watts on the power consumption thing. So all three VMs are running off the same SSD, internal SSD off the PCI Express. So pretty impressed so far with how usable all the systems are still, even with multiple VMs running. In the past, I've ran it on traditional platter drives, and even with a hexacore or whatnot, it starts to slow down and become unresponsive at times. I guess the hard drive is just can't handle the I/O. So now all three VMs are just on idle. Let me just log in here just to make everything fair and get on the desktop or whatever. Okay, so let it marinate a little bit. Okay, so with the three VMs logged into their desktop, my power consumption is about 75, 80. Pretty good. I mean, it's a very good on power consumption. So, but let's start doing little bits of things. Let's say, well, I just installed Windows 7, so I gotta patch it up. So let's get the Windows Update guy running. And on my 2008, I have SQL Server here, so I'll just fire up the a Management Studio or something. I don't have any database on here yet. I just installed it, so let me get in. And so power consumption has jumped a little bit to about 100, 102. I type in my server name right. Anyway, so let's go ahead and install some updates. I don't really have much here on Ubuntu. I guess I could fire up like Workbench or something. I don't have any database on here either, but let me continue to check updates. But as you can see, I'm moving between different VMs, and what is the oh, there it is, localhost. It's been a while since I've messed with SQL Server, but anyway, so I have Management Studio here. Windows is doing Windows Update. Windows 7 is doing Windows Update. I got MySQL Workbench, but I mean that doesn't really show a lot of high resource use or whatever. But anyway, I'm moving in between the different VMs, and things continue to work normal. I mean, and let me restart this guy. Everything seems to continue to work. I'm going to be probably using an IDE when I'm developing, so let me fire that guy up. Let me, you know what? Let me do a handbrake job. So this is the Thor test that I did. So let me use that. Is that the right one? Yeah. So I'm going to select normal, and then I'm going to put it on my desktop. I'll just do Thor 2 demo because I'm not gonna record the whole process, but just so you guys could see. And then let's hit start. So, Handbrake is CPU intensive when it comes to transcoding video, and as you can see, the CPU, it's now kicked up. So I got Handbrake going in the background. Let's see, average FPS, right there, 112. So ETA, 24 minutes. I mean, it's still not breaking a sweat in terms of what I've seen it done when I'm just doing Handbrake on its own. So then I got, my IDE fired up. It's on, and Let's see, close that guy. Windows 7 is restarting. I got SQL Management Studio going. I could even do Windows Update if I want to go check it out. I'll do the GUI and I won't run it through the terminal. Like a software update on Ubuntu. So looks like here it's starting to see some lag, but not too bad, you know. Or we could browse around. I don't know what we're looking for. VLC. I don't know if I've already installed that. Nope. So let me install that guy. So 3 VMs installing different things, checking for updates. But as you can see, there's a little stutter, but still not too bad. I mean, still pretty responsive. This guy already, nope, there's no updates. So right now my power consumption has jumped up to about 185, 192. About 192. Looks like it's floating around there. So earlier I had mentioned Handbrake on its own was about 155, but now I got 3 VMs running and they're doing their own thing. So and at the same time I am recording this screencast and it's writing to the same hard drive. So on one SSD drive, what you're seeing is 3 VMs running. I have Handbrake reading and transcoding and writing the file on the same drive. What else? And I have other applications running. I mean, we could even throw in YouTube and get the Flash guy going. You know how Flash is. So I don't know. I guess we'll click on this ad and get that guy going. So
right now we're going to show you how we can connect to other players in 3 very distinct ways: online hacking contracts, CTOS mobile companion app.
So it's running pretty good. Yeah. I don't know what else to show you guys. I mean, I've been pretty happy so far with how it's performing. So it isn't my first hexa-core. It's my second actually, and my other hexa-core is an i7 3930K. But this Mac Pro not only is a hexa-core, but it's using an E5 processor, so it's server grade E5, and the power consumption is just it blows my mind, like how low it is when I'm running different things. So that's about it. Hopefully you've enjoyed my video. Just wanted to demo out some of the things that I do on the machine and how it responds and performs. And yeah, hopefully I could make some more videos. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and check out my blog, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you.